So again, as always, here kay Tune, and my name is Desika Prabhakar, founder and director of the Purpose Foundation, and we have our darling Lakshmi here, COO of the Purpose Foundation. So today, this special session is dedicated to the top 5 teams who are going to give us their updates and share with us the progress so far.
Arguably, your product has very high quality raw material, right? Ingredients. You're going to use fresh, all those jackfruit powder, coconut flour, banana flour, if I'm not wrong, like 5 ingredients, right? And they're going to be good quality. So it's going to be, are you seeing this product being a premium priced product? Have you thought a bit about those lines? Because that also, how do you want to position it? Do you want to position it as a premium product or a mass product for the mass market?
Fashtana, you want to answer this or should I go?
So the pricing we have thought of 100 rupees. Yeah, so it
For
is
how many grams?
for the grams. It is for maybe for 70 to 80 grams. It is. I'm not very sure. It's like approximately that only.
So have you factored in your cost in this as well of manufacturing or?
Yes. So the manufacturing cost, it is 30 rupees, and then the final packaging, storage, transport, and those overhead cost we have included 70 rupees. So it is coming to.
And the 30 rupees. And the 30 rupees too is also because we bought the products from retail. So of course, if you are buying in bulk, it's going to charge us less. And jackfruit flour and banana flour are not easily retail. It's a tough time finding them.
Yes. So what I would say is, see, you guys are in Bombay, so that's obviously one of the best things. Bombay has probably one of the highest spending powers in India after Delhi. So you need to test your product out for the price point you are at. You need to find a customer base. Why I kept saying global or international is, I'm slightly digressing, but I'm giving you a situation that is happening in the market today. And you have to do this test to see, okay, how much of a market is there in India to buy your products. So my point of asking you about abroad was, if you don't find enough buyers in India for your products, you can think about exporting them as well. Because there will definitely be a market in the West for this. But that is again a different ball game about certifications, licenses. Obviously, you should try to sell in India first. It makes a lot more sense. You are in this space, you have control over the market. The pricing also, you'll have a control over it. So yeah, that is the point for future. Now, just building on this point is you need to test your product out. When Government Spirit Expos, they have allocations for stalls where there are government bodies who are showcasing startups. So you should go to see how you can place yourselves there. When you apply through government agencies, everything is heavily subsidized. Because, in these private stalls, you have to pay a lot to set up a stall, to get the site. It's quite a few lakhs. So when you go through like MSME schemes or government schemes, then you'll get a good heavy discount and a lot of support from them. So yeah, one general point is you should go for as many food expos as possible. And Bombay is the second biggest hub in India after Delhi for expos. In fact, we go to Mumbai as well for expos. So we couldn't make it for Anuga. So Anuga is definitely worth it. Anuga has an international version also in Germany that happens once in 2 years. So people from India, manufacturers, they go to Anuga in Germany, and there's this thing called SIAL in Paris, SIA. Again, it's very long term. It's not your next step. This is like after 1 or 2 years, your goal should be that you can be in SIAL in Paris and Gulf Food in Dubai. There are top 3 in the world. That people go to look at innovations in the food market in the world. And they get inspired from there about what is happening and then come back to their countries and do this. Or they'll take your idea and start importing. So you guys are doing something very new. Definitely in India, you're new. You're groundbreaking, right? In your whole idea of bringing a company which is focused on different people facing different health challenges. You're not overall going to the overall market. From my understanding, you're going to stick with snacks that are going to help diabetic patients, anemic patients. So that thesis is not there. That thesis is definitely new. Your idea might expand over time, which is the case with startups. That is okay, but as of today, you stand new and unique. So the first thing is, you should build a product, and good. You need 3. Only when you have product in this category, in this space, is when you'll get real feedback and you'll get real traction. So the first snack, it's good you made it. Make a price point. See that you're making some money. And rule of thumb is 70 to 80% markup should be there to accommodate logistics, distribution, retail, and then
Okay.
online partners. They will want a lot of margins. A lot of margins. I'll already tell you, like they on average take between 30 and 35%, between 30 and 40%. Okay, if you're lucky, 25%. Between 25 and 40% is the margin that Zepto and Blinkit keep. But it depends on the category. So you are in healthy snacking. Again, that is to be seen as a new category. But they might put you into biscuits and just, if they put you into certain categories, they'll say upfront, we want 35%. Like dry fruits, they say we want 40%. Then you have to negotiate down, blah, blah, blah. So the point is when you're factoring in your costing, right, you need to already know that online guys are going to take 30, 40%. Take the upper limit, take 40%. Plus, they expect you to spend money on marketing. The marketing budget minimum you should have is about 10%. If you're a very big company and you're VC funded, they go up to 20, 25%, which is not healthy. You should keep it 10% and below. So you need to factor in these. Like 40% is, let's say, assume Zepto, 10% is Blinkit, 10% is marketing. Like 50% straight away is wiped out from you, right? You also need money for yourselves to grow. If 30% is your cost, fine, 20% you have to keep. But again, long term thinking is to become a truly big brand that is made it in India. You can't purely be an online brand. Online helps you get the first few steps. Online helps you get your name out there. But to truly become an all India brand, you have to go offline. Because the reach of online companies is still in single digits. Even though we see so much of awareness, we see Zepto becoming 1 billion company. They raise money. They're growing all over India. The truth is that the reach in India is only through offline distribution. So the reach of Cadbury, the reach of ITC, the reach of Unilever is still huge. It's Zepto is nothing compared to what these guys are doing. Zepto, Big Basket, you name every single big company, they are nowhere where the big players have gone through traditional distribution partners. So for that to happen, in distribution also you need to have different margins to keep in mind. But it's good to keep like 50% minimum, assuming that it's going to go away in distribution. 50 to 60% ideally. 60% is very, very good. 50% minimum. So just keep that in mind. At a later stage, 2-3 years down the road, you will say you want to start going offline as well to be in supermarkets and kirana stores in South India, North India. Then you'll have to tie up with distributors. Then
This is our product pipeline. We want to develop different products in different categories.
No,
So the
he's asking
chocolates,
about the chocolate only.
okay, blood builder chocolates. So it is for anemic people. So it is rich in iron, and the ingredients are flax seeds, moringa powder, and all the ingredients which are rich in iron. So it is basically a truffle kind of a chocolate. Yeah. So people can have it. Like we are thinking that people should have it for at least 3 months to get their hemoglobin levels correct. But we need to perform a test like clinical trials to confirm this, to confirm the results.
all right. And the third product is you're still not yet sure, right?
No,
What is
yeah, we're still not sure.
there are two ways to look at it. Okay, the first is even one product actually that is there good. You can start your work. But sometimes it's a psychological thing as well, and also when you go and you show options of variety, right? Then they might not accept all the three, but they'll accept at least one. But if
Yeah.
you take one product to anybody, they'll just reject it. But if you give them three options, again, it's actually psychological for pricing and for choosing. So if you say one thing is medium price, less price, and high price,
Yes.
they'll have at least one because they'll
Yeah.
have so many options. Similarly with food, with your option, it's good to sometimes go with a range,
Yeah.
especially if you get it listed anywhere. Like what we learned is when we are going to Zepto, Blinkit, we're going to be listed in the next 2-3 weeks. We learned over time that we can't go with one or two products. We need to go with a basket of products. I was in the meeting when we went to Zepto like 3 months ago, and the dry fruits category head asked for like 20 different products from us, even though we couldn't make all of them. Sometimes they want more. It's okay in the end if we end up supplying to them only 3 or 4. So you don't need to think that all 20 will go. Actually, you'll have only 2-3 hero products or products which will be very, very good, which you will be known for also. There'll be a handful of them. But you need to just sometimes show variety as well. But yeah, the truth is you need to have one or two very good products which they will come back for. No matter what, like India Gate Basmati, we've heard about it. Only that one product is pulling everything. It's called India Gate Basmati, the brown color packet. So I'm just giving another example. But yeah, so it's good you have one product you can try it out in the stalls. So next step is, I know if the chocolate is done good, go at least with two products. Ideally, I would have said ideally if the snacks for targeting the same health issue would have been better. Like, okay, we are focusing a very niche, focused on just diabetic friendly people. So you've got two snacks or three snacks for them. That would ideally be better because your story also is very crisp and to the point. Here is still to the point, but the last layer will be for generally for different, like you have to say diabetics and for anemic patients, right? So you'll have to modify your pitch and story.
So the ideal reason was like we want to cover as much, like we will be having some sort of exposure to peace, like the first exposure to people, right? The first introduction. So we wanted it to be as much as possible. So diabetes covers like a certain target audience.
Yeah, sorry, let me reframe. This is something we learned through mistakes. Let me reframe what I said to go with options. Yes, you should go with options, but for the same category or the same target audience.
Okay.
So when you try to cover too much, it's going to be a bit of a challenge here in snacking.
Acha.
It will be difficult. So even I told you we're going to do so many things. But as a business, we said that we're going to focus on just one single product, which is salted pista. That will be our hero product.
Okay.
We are building so much of sales demand for it that we place in import. We're going to import pista ourselves, from America as well. Because we want to be very good and known just for one product, and all the others are addition. It's a bonus if we sell other items like makhana and this and that. But our core is going to be solid business. For you guys, maybe you should say your core is going to be, you're going to be known as a company for diabetic friendly snacking.
Right.
You build your name for that, on that, and then add on, okay, if you're anemic snacks, go. If you're whatever, low, I don't know, right? For other things, if they go, that's good.
Would it be okay if they have like a health snack category, like a broader category instead of, what do you think about that?
You can begin that way as well. Then at least have 3-4 snacks, and then from whatever I have seen, every company when they go about it, they have at least 5 to begin with. Like there's another company, I can't take the name, but we are going to do white labeling for them. They're going to enter the market now with roasted and flavored dry fruits. They're an MNC actually, and even though they are new in this space, high products. So people have at least a few. Nobody enters the market with just one product. They enter with a few, expecting only not all 5 will work, but at least 2 or 3 will work. At least 2 will work out of 5. But you have some option or variety.
Also,
One
Yusuf,
is a
about
bit
the
risky,
so sorry to interrupt. About the regulations, like, is it compulsory for all of them to get the FSSI certificate for all these products, and then only can sell it, right? Like, is how important is it?
So the way this works is you guys have to set up your own facility, or you'll have to get it manufactured from someone else. So if you are going to get it manufactured from someone else who has another existing facility, then you don't need an FSSAI license. You guys will just need to get your formulation done in your own lab and then give them the specifications. You just need a GST number, PAN number, and you just need a regular company registration. The FSSAI license is required for wherever the manufacturing is happening. So I don't know if you're able to set up your own facility, then you need. So you can put in the funds to build up like a small place. Anywhere food handling is going to happen, you'll need an FSSAI license. Even if you're going to do repacking. Like if some some manufacturer for you packs 100 kgs bulk and gives it to you, and you guys are going to repack from 100 kgs to small packets, you'll need an FSSAI license to even do just that, to convert 100 kgs into small packets of 1 kg. I mean even lower, yours is 100 grams. So technically, you can get away with it if you for the first few months. When you're selling it only on stalls and when you're selling on WhatsApp, you can do that in your neighborhood. If you guys are staying in certain locale, like in Bombay, you have those housing societies, So I'm assuming you have WhatsApp groups or associations, or you can just put posters there, snacks prepared. in-house, high quality ones. Until you're on WhatsApp and everything, you don't need any registration. So FSSA you don't need.
All right.
But as soon as you start online, then you need listing on many
Yes.
platforms. First, you have to start with one focus.
Okay.
Now, if you start with the premium brand, right?
Okay.
Well, let me start another way. If you start with the mass market brand, and then you're known as a mass market brand, then to be perceived as a luxury brand is very difficult.
Okay.
You'll have to start another brand only under your own company name.
Okay.
You'll have to start a new brand, but it can be under you.
Under like a light version or something.
Like for example, Parle G. There's Parle G and there's Parle Milano also.
Okay.
So Parle treats Milano as a completely different brand, and they have Hrithik Roshan and all blah 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 as a brand ambassador and premium Italian cookies. But Parle G, even the common man has it. So they never market it together and they treat it as two separate brands. What I meant is, under your own company, they're two separate brands. And to be frank, that's a little bit difficult to do as well. If Parle is known as a common man, it's not easy to do because Parle pull it off doesn't mean everybody can pull it off.
Right.
But alternatively, if you start as a premium brand, then again it's challenging. Actually, it's not easy doing both, but you can start another range of for a less mass market range of products also. Because even if you're premium, your target market is still also is big in India. It's very big, but it's untapped. But the within the diabetic market, and the diabetic market is huge in India. But within the diabetic market, that's going to spend on these new age snacks might not be that big to begin with. It's my complete personal subjective opinion without looking at the numbers. You can still position yourself as premium only, I would say. But your packaging has to go along with that, by the way. All of these things also matter.
Oh,
your
yeah,
premium,
yes.
your packaging has to align with that, your communication, your logo.
Branding, yes.
Yeah, your branding matters a lot.
Team Nutrimasters, Fashtana, please share. As I already know most of your progress because you always let me know the current
Do I
progress.
share
but
the
still-
document? Google
You
document.
can share it. Yeah, you can share it, or you can just tell me the current progress. For you, we have already released the funds, so I
Yes.
don't think. You just have to tell us what milestone you're working on at this point of time. That's pretty much it.
Okay. So the budget which I utilized is 7,460 rupees. So for the stall, for the raw ingredients, for the conference and visiting cards we made. So this is the amount utilized, and this is the amount which is remaining to be utilized. So I'm thinking of new for hiring intern, then new product development for digestive health and for diabetes as well. I'm currently focusing on such products which will yield immediate results, because my first product, protein and calcium rich balls, which was for improving the bone health, was not it cannot show immediate results because people will have to wait for at least 6 to 8 months for their bone health to improve. So nowadays people are not so patient. So I have got this idea of making something which will show the immediate results. Like for example, for diabetes, so they will check their blood sugar levels by the glucometer, and by this digestive health, for anything like bloating or diarrhea or constipation, so they will be able to see immediate results, immediate benefit they will get. So for stall, again, I am thinking of putting up stall at some exhibition if I get the chance to. Then for the raw ingredients for packaging, this much cost I will require. I am searching for the packaging right now because most of the packaging which I'm coming across are very expensive. So a little bit research is required here. Then yes, then a website. For website, like a very basic one, 3,000 rupees will be required. And then diet plan provision also I am going to start. Then I want to publish a research paper for this protein and calcium rich balls, and for any other product like for diabetes or for the digestive health. I want to publish a research paper so that people can trust it. Then nutritional and microbial analysis, it will require 12,000 rupees. So this I am keeping it inside, like after receiving any further funds, I will proceed with this for the website as well as for the nutritional analysis. So I will not do this as of now. I am thinking of enrolling for a cooking course as well to learn good kind of a cooking. So I'm searching for the courses, but they are very expensive. Like only the online one are for 15,000. So I am thinking of minimum budget of rupees 7,000. So as soon as I get any course, I will enroll for it. So the total amount is 28,000. 28,000 is the total amount. But if I deduct this amount, nutritional analysis as well as this website amount, it comes to 13,000. And our remaining amount is 13,000 only. So I will be able to accomplish all of this by April. Yes, by April, and I will be able to submit the final report by April ending or by the May month.
Okay, Dr. So, very good job. By April, you are planning to completely utilize all your funds.
Yes.
Right. Okay, very good. So, current status is one of the product I think you have already done in the exhibition, the Mogal system,
Yes.
first thing, right? That you, yeah. So, what about the NutriCrackers? What is the status in that?
NutriCrackers, ma'am, I tried once, but the taste was not good. I mean, I changed the ingredients. It was coming very hard. So therefore, I think I will have to enroll for any course, because also I'm not able to get chefs or something because they will charge a very big amount. In Mumbai, it is very like this. So
Understood.
yeah, so I'm thinking I
Okay.
will do it by my own self. It will be good. Like if I am doing, then in future as well, it will be helpful for me for developing any other product.
So first and foremost, we need to have one product, a very, very strong product. That is the main goal. Okay, so now you are building a very strong product. If it is low calories, then how do you fine tune that? You have got some feedback now from your current exhibitions, right? So
Yes.
what is the feedback? Whatever feedback you got, let's fine tune that product and try to develop it. This is the first part. Point number one. You have to try to always how how to improve this, what kind of ingredients do I use, how do I reduce the raw material cost, but still, keep up a good product. All of these things you have to slightly, think along these lines and what are the existing calls which are in the market, like try to taste them also or why people are buying it, like certain customer oriented, market oriented touch should always be there. Then only you can keep on making the best product. This is one thing. Second thing, when you come to, since you are going into the market, you are trying to make a product which is commercial, definitely team is going to be very, very important. Right? Even when we started all of this, I was trying to do everything by myself. And as you said in the presentations also, it is going to be difficult for you to do things by yourself. So if you're finding, some interns or home science people or others who have a similar vision who can help you, even if it's not one person, their output will be very valuable. Many students, many people who want to do certain internships like this for their college and all of that. So it will be very helpful for them. You have to start building a team. That's what I'm saying. Even if it's, like a temporary team or anything for that matter, you are doing a lot of work. There is a huge amount of work. So you are put really focus on finding 2 or 3 people. This is going to really help you a lot. You don't have to necessarily pay them if they understand the vision you have. Right? Like this is what I want to do. Give products which are going to fight diseases and it is going to prevent diseases. We are going to give some healthy snacks for people and all of that. Like if they believe in your vision, they will definitely join the team. So you have to inspire people in that way, show your passion to the people so they will be very much willing to join you. The goal that you are going towards. So this is point number 2. Point number 3, when you talk about what you're going to do as an MVP now. So first thing, again, as you said, it's about getting a fine-tuned product. Have you looked into the, I think you have already done nutritional analysis, correct?
Yes,
For
yes.
this, okay. So can you go a little down in the report? It's like the plan. Okay, you have used it mainly for conferences and all. Okay, and you are planning to use it for new product. Okay, can you go a little below? new product, and then again exhibition, little bit. Yeah, till the last week. Okay. Pure packaging, ingredients. Okay. Essentially, okay. Okay. So when you focus on another product, see, it's very good to have another product also, but again, you will be the one who have to sit and develop it. Okay, you are going to sit and develop this product. So what I would suggest is you can have these ideas in the pipeline. So if you remember with Yusuf, one of our mentors during the discussion, he mentioned us to have 4 or 5 products. In that, any one will usually click, he mentioned. So work on getting more products he had mentioned, correct? So in that, you have ideas for 4 or 5 projects, 4 or 5 products. You keep building your ideas. Like you can think of making, there are actually these gummy bear chocolates which help you to sleep, which help hair growth and all. I don't know if you've seen that. They are very much prevalent in the market.
Yes, they come in
These things are
nutraceutical category.
Yeah, I mean, just example, supplements or all of these, right? Examples. We are into snacks, but what I'm trying to say is, as an example, people say these things because they have validated it, brought it to that level, brought it into a market level commercially. So there are these brands doing all of these things, and they have multiple. They have for sleep, they have for hair, they have same base thing, but for different, because they would have added slightly different ingredients, but the base will be the same actually. So what you can also get inspiration from is you can have a brand with different targets like them also, instead of having completely different products. So you will be able to little bit easily develop a range of products. Think in different angles. Instead of completely going to a different cracker, which it's little difficult for you to come up with a recipe, right?
Yes.
So in the balls itself, I personally buy certain health like these ragi and all of them. Like that, there are some multi-grain nutritional balls which we. So there is multi-grain, and there is only particular one grain, and there is like different like this. They have mixes of different balls. One will be very dark color, one is little light, one is with sugar, one is with like that itself. They have like 5-6 balls. Okay. So this itself, you know the depth of your customer. Like in this itself, you can make it better first. That will be a very solid MVP. Then you can always expand your, product lines. You can always expand. Have ideas. Have very good ideas. Like because you are focused on diseases, so it's very easy for you. You have a list of diseases that you want to address. I want to make anemia related balls. I want to make diabetes related balls. I want to make whatever it is, arthritis related for bone health, whatever it is. So you can have your own signature product, and then you can make different versions. You can have balls as your signature product, then you can have apples, then you can have chips, whatever it is later, because everything is a different recipe and you have to learn a lot, right? So your focus first should be to get a very nice and tuned current product. For one disease, you first come up with a nice MVP. Then when you start selling it, you will get a good, you will start getting some revenue, and then we can get some sales going. Then you can always get more money to develop other products also. You focus, you keep ideas in the pipeline. You keep putting your ideas together, everything. But first thing is to get this. Second thing, fine tuning means also includes the shelf life aspect and all of these tests that you have to do for your product and all. That is also going to be very important. Once you have a very good recipe, right, so you are sure and confident that this is a good recipe, I've got good feedback, then only you go for the shelf life thing. If you keep changing the recipe and again changing the shelf life thing, again it will go for a lot of combinations, a lot of different things will keep changing again and again and again. You have to go do the shelf life thing. Shelf life thing is actually more of like it depends on what you want. You want to do organically, or you want to do some preservative which is little chemical based, but which is usable like that. Like you have to look into a lot of aspects. That is itself one category actually. But let us first focus on making a very good product. First, you have to drive the demand for your product, right? Like this is a certified product, like it's a good product which is giving you results. So if they have a good product with good nutrition, again, main problem is they will not be able to see results immediately. So you have to just tell them that over long term that these are the benefits. Like these are the things it will help you in your growth strength. And there are a lot of scientific evidences, publications, and all which support this. So what you're focusing again is fine tuning your product, giving a story for that particular product. Like these are the things that this product can do. These are the evidences and all that. Like that, getting more audience to like your first. So then they will like your story, they will like your product, and then they will whatever you give, they will start buying. They'll start trying at least. This is the basic you have to keep in mind. As far as the budget is concerned, okay, let's come MVP. Yeah, so MVP we finalized. MVP, what you can do is try to come up with a very good recipe of calculus. Very, very good fine to go for shelf life also. If it is a consultant, we'll try to get them to give some inputs. Once your recipe is very good and fine tuned, right, we can take this and say to some expert, like, this is our recipe. We want to increase the shelf life of this, what we can do. We can go to that step. So that is the second one. Among all of this, whatever exhibition possible, to keep going and getting feedback, that is going to be standard because that will always help you to get the relevant touch with the customers. So that is going to always help you. That is very, very important. Right. Don't worry about packaging. Just basic packaging is fine. Don't worry about designing, packaging, and website. We can have one basic landing page. Again, now it's very important to focus on the product. You can have website once you find someone as an intern or something. Like we can build one page landing page website. Right. Always you can focus on social media itself. Many people do social media very well. There are a lot of bakers. Even I buy cake and all on Instagram and this. You keep doing very good on social media, like Instagram. That will do very well for you. Just whatever you have, keep posting. Doesn't have to be very good or bad. Just keep posting whatever you do on social media, what you're trying to do and all. So that will give you a very good. That you don't need to spend. You have to prepare one day. You allocate 5-6 posts you make and schedule it. That will get uploaded every week, every day throughout the week. You can just schedule it. There are tools, free tools where you can schedule the posts. So you can just sit one day and make all the content, like whatever you have prepared, you put it together and schedule every day. It will just start. So that should be there. Tomorrow, if you go show somebody, like, see, this is what I have done, you can just look at my page. Means the trust will start building. So website, don't worry too much. Focus on your social media. Once we have more funds, we will think of website and all of that. Right. So don't worry too much about that because we have still not registered your company now, correct? You have not registered. Yeah. So now we are focusing because you need money for that and all. Like that will be more valuable compared to doing a website. So don't worry too much. Like I'm trying to reduce your workload to focus on the priorities, right? Always very important, urgent thing is the first thing that you should do. Because a lot of things will feel important at the same time. But what is important and urgent? That is actually a chart which indicates how to prioritize your work. This will help us to feel lighter and reduce the load also. Because you are handling so many things. I have been in a similar situation, so that's why I'm trying to give you some inputs. So point number 1, as I said, fine-tune your product. Only think of how to use the budget to fine-tune your product, right? That is very, very important. And point number 2 is keep actively posting on social media alone. Forget about everything else. Just one day a week, sit and make the content, schedule it. That's all. You don't have to worry about it. It will take almost just 1 or 2 hours. Every Saturday, sit, schedule content, and then just leave it for 1 week. So, number 3 is the team, which I spoke about. So, try to find people who believe in the same vision, can work with you even without a stipend or anything. Like there are people who want to do this kind of work, who want to support. So we have to keep on identifying the people who can help you. Even if it's for 1 month, if they do 5 or 6 tasks, means that is very big thing for you. So that is going to be very valuable. So that is very, very important to have a team setup. And final thing is keep doing your exhibitions, keep getting your feedback. So the current funds, you can plan to finance your product. You can give us like this is what I'm going to do as a step. So step 1, now I have done 5-6 mixtures of Mogal. I'm going to try another 5-6 recipes or something based on your feedback, right? How are you going to find the program? That is the first major thing, right? Don't worry about too much of other products, everything else. Like this, and again, other products focus. It will be very, very confusing again. So, first major thing you do is again focusing on the fine tuning of local bites. It's the first and foremost thing. Second thing, third thing, social media, consistent posting, and then what did I say? Exhibitions. Yes. Fourth thing, right? Only these four you prioritize for now. By April, we will come up with a very, very good version of the local bites with shelf life, which is a commercially viable product, which we can then take into packaging, then take into selling. At that level, we have to go. That will be the ultimate, right? By April, you have to focus on bringing a very best version of local, which you can sell commercially. So that should be the goal, right?
Okay.
So just that you focus, not don't put too much. You have ideas, write it down. You can always do it later. Multiple products you can always do later, right? When you are trying to skill yourself, definitely it's good to skill. You can, see a lot. There is a lot of knowledge available in YouTube. A lot of things you can learn from YouTube itself. It's all about, finding the right pages to follow and all. So cooking classes, spending for it. If you feel absolutely necessary, you go for it. But I feel like there are other things you can prioritize. Right?
Okay.
I'm not saying it's not useful, but for now, whatever funds you have, we want to utilize it to the best possible way, right? That is why I'm saying. Publishing your paper is also very good. So if you find an intern to work to write the content for your paper, you can share and put their name also and give. So that work will be finished. You can prepare and give them the content. They can sit and write the reference and all. So you can share it and you can't sit and do it by yourself. Right?
Yeah.
Right. That is something which is a very good point that you're working on. It will be very helpful for you. So that is very important. Okay.
Okay.
So are you clear about what you have to do?
Yes, ma'am. I have to fine tune the product, social media, and exhibitions. I have to focus on
Team
building. Team building.
Yeah. So this team will help you. See, if you are not able to post, they can schedule. If you are not able to write your paper, they can do. You can split. That is the very important. Once you fine tuned it, then we will try to go to expert to analyze the shelf life, all of that.
Yeah.
Once you fine tune, you should have your own USP recipe. It should be your own unique recipe. That is the main thing. Because any other doubts? Questions?
No, ma'am. I have no doubt right now. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, Fashtana. Okay. Bye-bye.